What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy AC coming at you with another video, and I hope everybody's doing well. I'm pretty sure this title is going to be named something around me going to M.E.P.S, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited to be going to M.E.P.S and having another opportunity to join the military. Now, if you guys been watching me for a while, you guys know this journey has been having its ups and downs. But today is the day right before I go. Actually, I have one more day. This is the ending of the day before I'm going. So today is Friday. I'm leaving Sunday. And it's this is a very risky opportunity. For you guys that don't know, I am in school as well, so I'm juggling doing schoolwork as well as enlisting into the military, which is two different things, but I know it's not far from the norm. People have done this before, but the difficulties that come with it is something that you got to keep in mind. Making sure you stay on top of your work, but also be very intentional with the way that you prepare yourself, and make sure that you are ready and for the whole process and doing it. But I've been managing. After years of being stuck, I made this move. It's always been part of me. I always wanted to be in the military in some shape or form. For you guys that have been watching me, you guys know that I tried to get into the Air Force, and I was offered jobs in the Air Force. So now basically I am comparing the jobs between what I have in the Air Force and then what I have in the Army. For you guys that didn't know which branch that I was going in, I have obviously way more job opportunities through the Army, but I have to get through the M.E.P.S and the physicals and the waivers and that process. I'm getting up there in age. I'm not the 18-year-old spunky kid anymore, so age plays a big factor in it. Like, am I ready? Like, can I still go? Like, I'm not so far off where age is really a factor, but I'm not that spring chicken anymore. I never thought I would use that word, but I'm not that spring chicken anymore. So that's something that may bring a little bit of a doubt in my mind, but I know that I've been working out. I've been putting myself in the mindset, and I know that I am not 100% ready, but I've been putting in the work to get there. So for me, the scary part is like not the M.E.P.S part. It's actually just basically the future. Like, I know I'm in good shape. There are waivers that do need to be implemented and accepted, but it's more so like the future. Like, how is it going to be when I get in there? Going from civilian world to the military world is a very different lifestyle that you're gonna have to get used to. I'm pretty good at adapting, but it's something that still kind of plays a part in it, and also having no idea if they're gonna let me in as well is something that could play a big part in it. So everything comes down to this, like making sure that I am physically prepared. I have been working out. Like, you guys can't really tell from this, but I haven't really been losing weight because I don't know. I gotta cut down my calories, but I be hungry, so it's like different. But I have been really, really intentionally trying to get stronger. I've been hitting the treadmill almost every day, but I have been working out every day since I knew I was going in, and that's been for like about 2 weeks now. So strength wise, I think I'm pretty good. Conditioning wise is something that I do need to work on. I've been studying for class as well. So it's like now I'm going to be starting to pivot between, because this is my mindset now, because I got to make sure that my schooling doesn't get sacrificed. I know when I had to study for, the ASVAB, you know, I wasn't able to put 110% in, my school. So, that did kind of take a back seat. But now that I am done with the ASVAB, I got to make sure that I am studying, making sure I stay on top of my schoolwork as well, because hopefully the job that I get that degree in is the job that I get is the actual job that I get in the military, which is ideally fitness. I told you already. um, I've been working out and making sure that I stay on top of it. And this was something that I almost gave up on. The military, there was, like I said, I'm not 18 and I'm closer to 30 than 25. I will say that. So, I am kind of up there in age, and this was a dream that for a couple of years thought was just not attainable. If I knew what I knew now, I probably would have, attempted it a little bit more earlier. But, this was something that I didn't think was, possible, but it was always a dream to, you know, be in the military. And also, it was a dream to be doing what I am doing in school. So it's kind of surreal seeing two things form at one time, but job's not finished, so I got to make sure I keep at it. There's been a lot of obstacles, there's been a lot of setbacks with this. If you guys been watching the videos, you guys know. If you haven't, go back and watch these videos. There's been a lot of things that you know kind of deterred me. There was a lot of obstacles, I will say that. um I've been leaving my comfort zone, for the first time in a lot of years. Like, this is something that I put on myself, pressure that I know that I haven't been through, but I know that I can handle. But nothing's 100% until you finish it. So, me just watching the whole process and me watching, me go through all of this stuff, and as well as recording this, so I'm able to look back at this, is something that, I always wanted to do. So I'm basically doing three of my dreams: YouTube, being in school, and also joining the military. One of the top three dreams. I have other dreams as well, but those are more so materialistic stuff. I do want to kind of start a family as well, getting to that point where it's, I'm ready. So I want to make sure that, I'm dotting my T's and making sure I'm crossing my I's. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the way you say it. So, the big question is, like, can I become that person that I want to become? And I will say that my mindset is already there. I will say that, like, in the beginning, I didn't feel like it was possible, but this guy right here is behind me, my brother. I didn't feel like it was possible, but, through work and effort and, resilience, that I feel like I have, in my mind, become that person, because day in and day out I am working. I know I could be working a little bit harder, but it's going to take some time. But I am making sure that this time around, that I'm making sure that I'm doing everything that I need to do to become great and to achieve my goals. This is basically starting over. I mean, this is reinventing myself. you know they say you have a lot of years to go. um, life is life. Sometimes it may be time for you to go. So you never know. So you want to make sure that you are achieving your dreams, and doing things that you actually want to do. And that's what I chose to do. It hasn't been the easiest. There's been a lot of things other than the whole military thing, but you know, I've been making sure that I have been chasing my dreams and making sure that these dreams are, bigger than myself. But yeah, I just wanted to come and check in on you guys. This is the day before, or the day before, or the night before the day. I don't know how to explain this, but next video that you do see, I'm gonna try to start filming and showing you the whole process, or what I can show you guys, and hopefully this this works out. But I'm having a very, very good feeling about it this time. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and continue watching. And if you guys are going through the same thing as me, I hope this is motivation. If you guys been through this, let me know how you guys felt, what you guys did, what you guys brought to M.E.P.S. Hopefully I can see this beforehand, before the M.E.P.S. And see you guys in the next video.